Hey guys, it has been a while since I even posted a video. So I'm going to give you an update. Finally, my hair is starting to grow back on both sides actually. Um, so that's a good thing. Another thing is I'm getting some signs of the disease of Moyamoya back. Oh my God. So, I just been very stressed on multiple levels. So what happened actually earlier this week, um, or last week? See, I don't remember. Um, all I remember was my left eye going blind again. My stuttering is getting bad. Things are just just not right. Um, but unfortunately, I don't have a ride to go back and forth to do this MRI that I need to do, which is like an hour and 15 minutes. It's the stronger MRI, which I think I told you guys about, but I don't remember, so don't quote me on that. And that particular MRI had left me severely sick with upset stomach all day. And let me tell you, bathrooms were not the greatest. So that's that. The second thing, guys, I've been in this relationship, went to school with this guy, and he basically ended up using me in a couple ways. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm going to tell you what happened, and I actually want to hear from you guys on comments on this. I had friends actually supporting me. It's just been a terrible couple days. Okay, so, and I know it shouldn't be that bad, but see, I'm a Taurus, and when we love somebody, we love hard. And if you're a Taurus, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this hit me really, really hard because I trusted this person with all my heart. I literally had been single for over a year, literally over a year, maybe a year and a half, to even get myself kind of back on my feet from a past relationship so I could feel better and put myself in a better relationship. And I thought I was getting that with this person. He hardly picked up his phone when I called. And it was just, I asked him, he first asked me out on a date, and this is how it all started. And I was kind of iffy to do it, maybe scared because I didn't want to get hurt again. So just as an innocent thing, very innocent, as a friend to a friend, because we've known each other since high school. I'm just like, okay, I have my daughter here, and, why don't you just come over and have dinner with us? Something innocent, nothing more than that. And it turned out that, he kissed me, which was kind of like I don't want to say it was a flag, but it just seemed really soon. But after a while, we would talk constantly while he was at work through Messenger. and things were going fantastic. And then there was times where he would just actually stop messaging me. And then I would call him and he wouldn't answer. And he'd be like, why aren't you answering my phone calls? And then he'd be like, oh, I was just busy. So I'm just like, okay, everybody gets busy. No big deal, So then I got to the point where we had plans actually this past weekend, and he got pissed off and went over by a friend's house on Friday night and got drunk. And I was brutally honest, you guys. You guys know in previous videos that I do have abilities, and empath, I'm a healer, and all this other stuff. So I could sense people, oh my God, I can sense people's energy from so far away. It's ridiculous. And, just even looking at people, I can tell what kind of people they are. So I warned my boyfriend at that time of trying to be careful around these people. So he, like I said, he ended getting mad at me for something that, I really don't remember. And he went off to a friend's house and got drunk there, and his best friend found out, and his best friend pretty much told him off. And that basically he was an idiot to do what he just did, and basically kind of like, it's time for you to grow up, and then Saturday came, this past Saturday, I went over there, and he basically kind of wanted the whole weekend to himself, which threw me off. And it's like, why would you do that? We had plans, and again, I know what was going on because he got text messages to, play games of bag toss, or cornhole is what they call it. And they wanted him to come over Saturday, and I looked at him, I'm like, we had plans. And he's just like, just for a little while. I'm like, fine. You guys, I got so mad after 4 hours of being there after our time was being taken up, okay? So after that, I got mad, asked him for my keys back, and I got into my car. I had to literally decompress. I had tears streaming down my face. I had so much energy just built up to the point where I just wanted to scream, but I didn't scream. I wanted to run. I couldn't run. It's just one of those things where everything just like hits you all at once, and you just don't know what to do. So I ended up being so pissed off. I had tears in my eyes. And I told his best friend, I said, you have him call me when he's done, He's like, well, this is a tournament. And I'm like, this is not a tournament. A tournament is when you're out doing something that you're paying for. You're in a sport, okay? And there's this, competition with multiple other people and multiple other groups and all this other stuff. That's a tournament, right? I'm thinking, so it's not a tournament. This is people playing bag toss in a backyard, and they're using it as a tournament. Okay, so first of all, that was a red flag to me, because he picked that over being with me and the plans that we had made. So I had a heart-to-heart talk with him, and just I did. I broke down, you guys, when I was talking to him, and he hugged me. He told me he was going to put me as a priority and this and that. I said, I've been through hell and back, not just with Moyamoya, but other things through my past, what's happened to me and my daughter and everything else. And I need a man that's going to be in her life and show her, what a real man is should be doing for a woman. So, he said, things will be different. All the stuff that women want to hear from a man that's really not committed. You know what I'm saying? So we made up there, and then something was said on Sunday, and I was brutally honest, you guys. I was truly brutally honest. I said, you know what? I got a couple guys lined up waiting for me. I was honest. I said, if you don't want me, all these other guys do. Maybe that wasn't the proper thing, but it got his attention, and it made him tear up, and the tears falling down. He's like, well, you're ready to dispose of me. I'm like, no, that's not what it is. I'm telling you, if you don't stop this behavior, things are going to change. There's people that actually want to be with me and be serious, And he's like, well, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm like, fine, then stop this shit, And he came to his senses, and, the rest of the weekend, Sunday was perfect. And I wanted to stay overnight. And, because he's been staying over at my place. And I thought, okay, so it's no big deal, just, whatever. Well, obviously it was, because on Sunday, he told me he was getting text messages. And the thing about these messages, you guys, is that he would text or message using the Facebook Messenger, and kind of like tilting his phone, kind of like what I'm doing here. He would tilt his phone so I wouldn't be able to see these messages. And he's like, well, my friends want me to come over and play big toss. I said, we have plans. And right then and there, I knew I wasn't a priority. He should have told him, you know what, Tracy's here. She's my priority right now. Sorry. So he kind of like shifted to me to like know that he didn't want me to stay over. So that threw me for a loop, like literally threw me for a loop. And I've been trying, you guys. I've been making him dinners, making him homemade breakfast, bacon and sausage, hash browns, toast, eggs, you name it, I was doing his laundry. Oh my God. And then on Monday, this Monday, a couple days ago, he sent me a text, you guys. He couldn't even say it to my face, stating that we were done, that he still loved me, but we couldn't be together. That doesn't make any sense. If you love somebody, and I told him, communication is a must. Even his best friend told him that you need to communicate. So it just seemed like nothing was just going through his head, like literally nothing. Okay, I'm 36 years old. He will be the same age in like 10 days. And it's just, I told him, I said, you have to grow up. I said, you're not in your 20s anymore. You don't need to be drinking. You don't need to be getting drunk, okay? I said, a couple beers or whatever here and there is fine. But to get totally wasted, do you really think that's worth it? And nevertheless, getting drunk at his friend's house on the Friday that we were supposed to be together in front of children, you guys, these are young kids. So it was, and I said, what kind of friends allow their other friends to get drunk off their ass, first of all, because that's irresponsible. And second of all, why would you even do that in front of little kids? Right? I was so mad. I was so hurt. And I've been thinking to myself, at least this past week, like, what the hell did I do to deserve this? I catered to this man left and right. I showed him love and compassion. He said that he would, give me a massage because I have severe back problems, you guys, from a car accident and then some. But I digress, So he's like, okay, I'm going to give you a back rub, something for you to relax. And I'm like, oh, that would be so nice. No, I ended up giving him one. I mean, it's just like, what the hell? So and I'm not like the type of person to give up on somebody. I'm not by any means. And I've tried. So we kind of got back together today. And this is what happened. So I've been, talking to each other. We were trying to get lovey-dovey, but he was still very distant, even since Tuesday. And I'm like, this isn't right. Because if you tell me you love me, then you love me, right? So you would do anything for that person to make them happy. Literally happy. And so I'm getting so it's me sending these messages to be like, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? Are you okay? And, just getting the full runaround, right? And so, when you're on Facebook, on the messenger, you can send messages and you can see if they're online or not online, or how long they've been online. When they haven't been online, it'll show 23 minutes, so ago. I was keeping track of that for a couple days to see how long, he was on. And he was on pretty much all day and never responded to any of my messages. But he's seen my messages. So that's what threw me for a loop. Why would you ignore me? I'm your girlfriend. Why would you do that? So then he's like, well, and this was today, this morning. He's like, well, he goes, if we break up, you don't plan, he goes, I don't plan on seeing anybody for at least a year. Kind of very suspicious to me in that sense. Because one, first, he already broke up with me. Two, I didn't know that we were back together. I thought we were just slowly trying to get things back on track. And then it seemed like he was lovey-dovey. Then he stopped messaging me. Then I asked him what he was doing on Memorial Weekend because he usually doesn't plan ahead. Guys, get this. He does not plan ahead. Never. And I asked him to see what he was doing for Memorial Weekend so we could spend some time together since I didn't have my daughter. And all of a sudden, what do you know? He's got plans with his buddies, the drinking buddies, these tournament toss bag buddies, I'm like, so then the time that we had planned, so that should be making up for the time that we lost together, right? And he was quiet. He didn't answer me and try to get his attention. And then he's like, you know what? I love you, but it's not going to work. Another same message as Monday. I love you, but it's not going to work. So after all this effort, all this money invested in such a short period of time, it stings, you guys. It really does. I mean, I know what my friend said, but like all my friends are like, you have this huge heart. Like, you have a really huge heart, and you do anything for anybody. You try to fix their problems. You just got this big heart. And I do. And it's like, I never want to give up, because that's not who I am. I work and I fight for what I want and this and that, and just nothing. Solid nothing. And I just, then he's like, well, we can just be friends. How can you just be friends when we were friends before, and then you wanted to date me and break up with me? And like I told my other friends, I said, you get this sensation or this feeling on how you can get a connection with somebody, especially if you're really in tuned like I am to people. Like, I can tell people right away if they're good, bad, or if they just got some issues they need to work out, or something of that sort. And I told him that these people that he was hanging out were no good. I was warning him, like, these people are not good. Like, really not good. And he kind of like dismissed it. He's like, Tracy, they're fine. They're, So after all of this happened, you guys, I went online and I looked these people up. You wouldn't believe the stuff that I found on these people. Disorderly conduct. I think it was like jail or something for a year. License revoked. Property damage. Being, DUIs or something, from drinking and all that other stuff. I knew I was right on with these people, like literally right on. And I told him right in the beginning, because he did tell me that his past, about his drinking and him getting caught and him doing time for drinking. And until that Friday, he was never drunk. Never. Only had maybe 1 or 2 beers, or something. That was about it. Which I was okay with, But I told him, I said, my daughter is living with her father, who's got a drunk under their roof. I will not have my daughter be exposed to that in my house, or anybody that I'm with. And he agreed that that was the right thing. But he was still with me during that time, so why would you put me through all that? Why would you just lie to me? And how can you tell me you love me and do all of this to me? Like, literally, guys, I don't understand. I'm sorry I'm venting. Like, and so, like, I've been trying to fix everything that I possibly could. Everything. I wasn't yelling at him. I wasn't doing anything. I'm talking to, how I'm talking to you guys, trying to get things through his mind, put some sense into him. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't working. So, I don't know. And then he's like, well, I need some guy time once in a while. I'm like, okay, everybody needs their own time, so it's normal, whatever. Do what you gotta do. I said, just let me know. But he would always do this when we would have plans or try to make time for each other. He's like, well, I'm always over here and, talking about being by me. And then, and then just like all of a sudden he just did a whole 180. He was loving and caring and compassionate, and then all of a sudden he just turned into a full ass asshole. And it just felt so used, literally used for sex. And my friends are like, Tracy, that's exactly what he did. He used you for just that purpose. Because what guy in their right mind who wanted to be in a relationship and tells, a woman that he loves her and then just walks away and just points all these out? And when I told him that, he used me for sex, right away he accused me of accusing him of doing that. So I'm thinking, don't try to double play me here, because I know what's going through his mind, because he knew that I caught him using me for that situation. And it's hard. It really is hard. So this is for all of you, men and women. Please be careful on who you meet, what they say. Listen carefully, like literally carefully. Like I said, we've known each other since high school. We dated. And it's like I said, he did like a whole 180. He just turned himself right back around to his old self, And I wasn't going to have it. I told him, I said, I'm too grown up for this shit. I have a soon-to-be 16-year-old, I'm 36. I had her, I got pregnant at 19, had my daughter at 20. I said, I had no choice but to grow up. I didn't get to party in my 20s. I was a mom. And I've seen, moms too, who are young and get to have people babysit their kids and go out and have fun. I didn't have that choice. I had to work. I was a divorced single mother. I never had that choice. I had never had that ability to have fun and enjoy my 20s and do those things with friends and whatever, But to me, that means nothing. It's just something, it's just like when you reach a certain age, like 25, 26, you get to that level of where you need to grow up. You're still in your 20s, you're learning things of life, things still come to you. Unfortunately, I had to learn that quickly, and I did. And do I regret any of that because I had, got pregnant when I was 19? No, I don't. Not even close. I am glad that I grew up fast because now I know how this world works. But you guys, it's insane. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, there's more to this. I might do a second part to this video. just to see. I mean, there's just so much. Like, I can't even come close to anything. Even his best friends, like, I don't know what to do anymore. You know, he just won't listen. You know, he's like, I've tried, nothing's working. So I am, you know, I'm just like, I don't know either. I really don't. I guess you can only do so much for somebody, and whether or not they will accept, you know, the help, accept the love that you want to give them, you know. So guys, just please take it from me. Be careful. If you meet somebody and you know they're constant drinkers, or they go to bars all the time, or just walk away, because they're not going to change. If they can't change when they're in their 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, then it's time for you to walk away. And these people have problems. Like I said, there's no problem with a couple of drinks, you know, here and there. You know, it's normal, you know. Alcohol is an antidepressant. We all understand that. That's why people become alcoholics. But there's just certain things that me as a single parent, and I'm sure some of you other single parents out there who have a brain like myself, knows that there are boundaries that cannot be crossed when you have children. So like I said, just please be careful. It could be either way, men or women. It doesn't matter. So just be really careful. Listen to their words wisely. Listen to them. And if you need to repeat what they said, and if they reinstate it in another way that means what they said the first time, then you know you got a problem and probably a loser on your hands, and you need just to walk away. And you guys, you know, the worst thing about this whole situation is my daughter actually liked him. She actually liked him. This is the first guy besides, you know, one of my exes that she's known since she was born that she likes, you know. Or I should say a friend too, because he is kind of like my best friend, my male best friend. And, you know, it's just, oh my God, it's so hard, you guys. I haven't been able to eat in over 3 days. I haven't even tried because I know I probably won't be able to keep it down. I am that really upset. I just been sleeping all the time. So with me being on disability already, you know, with Moyamoya and everything else going on, and the weather here that sucks because it's just raining constantly. Then you get a break and then it starts up again, so my body aches. So it's just nothing but sleep, you know. You get tired. So all I've been doing is just drinking liquids, trying not to do too much, you know, because it is what it is. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, comment, especially comment. I'm not here for the money for YouTube. I'm just here to, you know, talk to you guys. So, like I said, this channel is about anything and everything. It's not just one-sided or just a certain topic, because there's just no way. Then I would have way too many channels and that I can't keep track of, because I got memory loss. So, like I said, this channel is about anything and everything. So, if you guys want me to do a video on something else, relationship-wise, please let me know. I've been through everything a relationship can possibly go through. Maybe I'll start doing that so you guys can get some awareness from a female's point of view on certain topics. I'll have to start writing those down for you guys. But on today, or tonight actually, Just leave me a comment when you guys see this video and let me know what you guys think. Do I plan on going back? I don't. I want to because I want to save him. But it's like, do I want to get hurt again? You know what I'm saying? So it's just all up in the air right now. I don't know. I just don't know how to answer that question. Everybody's like, don't go back, because he's not going to change. If he left you just to go by a buddy's house or hang out this or that, he's not going to change. I know that. But it's just like I said, I'm a fixer-upper. I like to fix people's situations. I want to make them a better person because I've been through so much. I'm a healer. I'm all these things, and I just want to just do everything I can to, help people, and I even gave him, and I really didn't have to, you guys, but I gave him a message. I told him what his father was showing me, and I know his dad died when he was in high school, but didn't know from what until I asked him if his dad died from a heart attack, because this man came to me. And like I said, it was me and him and, all of his family, or his mom, is the matriarch in that family, she's the head of the table. And I was explaining all this stuff to him, and he's like, yeah, my dad died of a heart attack, a really bad heart attack. And so I know his dad was with me that whole time. And it's just like, I don't know if he was trying to give a message to his son to be like, hey, you need to stop. You need to stop. I don't know, guys. I'm just hurt badly. So, like I said, just comment. You don't have to like anything. You don't have to subscribe. You just don't. Like I said, I just do this out of my free will just to help you guys. So, yeah, just listen to this video and comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'll probably do a part 2 on this issue. So, and I'm going to write down some more other things to post on a video on domestic abuse and all that other stuff, because I've been through everything. Like I said, literally everything. You can think of everything from rape to emotional to physical, emotional, mental abuse, literally everything. I've been through all of that all my life, from childhood, from my father to my ex-husband to some of these guys I dated, and just the one that just broke up with me. So I have all of these signs, that I can try to help you with. And, if you're in that situation, just to go run. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. It's enough that us men and women both have to go through this kind of abuse, because it is abuse in every way. I don't want to say in every way, but it is abuse of what he did to me. It is abuse, and it's not right. So I will catch you guys later. Just leave a comment and let me know. All right, guys, have a good night.